Yeah, let's take a look. So, hey, fella, this might go up on YouTube. So, hey, YouTube, if you're watching this. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube and it's still at the end of December, see that QR code there? Scan it. Send money to the Arctic Fox Daily Wildlife Rescue, the charity that we are currently running to help rehouse, rehabilitate, and rehome foxes that have been either abandoned or injured in the fur trade, and, trying to get back to a nice little nature conservatory. If you would like to help support that, please scan that QR code and send any bit of cash that you have. It will be eternally welcomed. Today's topic, New Year's, GSSR, NA. As you can see, we got a lot going on, so we're going to break this down as easily as possible. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you who's on what banners, what each banner entails, and who I would recommend that you roll for. So, let's start on this mess. There's a lot. Here you go. Here's the basic thing. This is all taken from the FateGrandOrderFandom.com. You need 15 paid quartz, as per usual, and you'll get at least one random 5-star servant. You can get more. Players can only choose to summon from one of the banners. There's 29 in total, and you'll get a bonus grail for doing it. Also, Lucky Bag Summoning Campaign servants are Yamato Takeru, aka Vaber, and Draco, who are not going to be there. These are not going to be available here. You have to roll for them somewhere else. Actually, I don't think Draco's on this list, is she? No, Draco doesn't come back till the rerun. And then the round of GSSR banners are categorized by their gender, NP card type, and effect. And some servants might appear in more than one banner or pool due to their gender and NP characteristics. Domain. So, let's take a look, shall we? I'm going to actually zoom in on this and then manually move this over and over again. Let's start with this one here. Group 1. No, never mind. This is going to be too much. This is not worth the trouble of doing it like this. It really isn't.
Beasts are considered unlucky, so not in the lucky bags.
You know what? That's valid. Here we go. So, number 1 here. We have Okita. This is single target quick females. So Okita, Skahawk, MHX, MHX Alter, and Melt. Pretty good. Single target quick females plus gender unknown, which has Astolfo, Rider Alter, Kama, and Kage Kyo. That's a really strong banner. And then this one, which is... I'm assuming this is meant to be single target NP, single target quick NP question mark, because Manny McLear is technically single target quick, I guess. But it also has Medusa, Izumo, and Wanjina. This is also a pretty strong banner. So, not bad. Second, these are the AoE quicks, which has Okita Alter, has Senno Rikyu, no, Jesus Christ, Sei Shonagon, Karen, Doman, and Malay. Why is Medusa unknown? Guys, this is not gender unknown, right? The only gender unknown here is Wanjina. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go like this. Let's actually talk about the strength of each one of these as we go. This one here is very strong. Everyone in this first quick setup is very, very decent, with the kind of the low ball servant here being MHX, but she's still usable. Not bad. I'd say if you want Melt, this is kind of a risky one because there's so many characters on this. Quick number 2 here is kind of hit or miss. If you hit Kama or Kage Kyo, you're feasting. If you hit Malter, you're doing pretty okay. And if you hit Astolfo, you're kind of fucked. if you're just looking at power level. This one here, Wangina is very good. Baz is really good. Izumo is pretty good. She's pretty niche, but good when she comes up. And I actually don't know what the power level of Medusa Saber is. I've never been very impressed by her gameplay, but maybe it's good. So I'd say this one's a decent one to roll on as well. This one that has Okita, Sei, Karen, Doman, and Jacques. There are 2 servants here that are amazing, 1 servant here who's pretty good, and 2 servants who are just okay. Doman is an insane one if you can pull, but I'm pretty sure he shows up later as well, doesn't he? I swear, yeah, Doman is in another one that's even easy. Yeah. Yeah. And then Jacques is, well, you know. And then the other side is Britomart, Huyen Zhou, Senno Rikyu, and Scotty. Scotty is, of course, the god hit here. Rikyu is... I will stand by saying that Rikyu is an insanely good servant. She really is. Huyen Zhou is a decent AoE assassin. And Britomart is also... Britomart is also pretty good. So it's 3 servants that are, like, really strong, and then 1 servant that's incredibly strong. If you need an AoE quick unit, or want to gamble on Scotty, but want to make sure that, you know, you get something good, this is a good banner. I would say this is a decent banner. Moving on to single target arts, we have Nero Bride, Benny Enma, Artoria Archer, and How How. This banner's fucking insane. All of these servants are strong. All these servants are very strong. Like, Nero Bride, she's not as used as she used to be, but her buffs are still good. Benny Enma, I think, is still a very strong single target saber. You can loop infinitely with Squirtoria. She's kind of nuts. And Yang Weifei is a little bit more niche, but is very powerful if you can get her going. If you have the, what is it? Like the Summercraft essence that lets her do more damage against burned enemies, she just goes insane. It's genuinely kind of crazy. Yeah, Honey Lake, that's what it's called, thank you. If you have Honey Lake, she pops off. Second banner. This one is also insane. Trung Sisters, Melusine, Castoria Berserker, and Kenshin. This is genuinely a cracked banner. The low hit on this is the Trung Sisters. I think they're still pretty good, but, you know, if we're looking just compared to the raw power level here, it's pretty significant. Like, Melusine is still one of the best DPS in the entire game. Castoria is one of the best DPS in the entire game. She's functionally just the single target version of Ibuki. And then Kenshin is fucking crazy. Like, this is Loop City right here. Go for this. Alternatively, if you want a support servant, Reynes, Castoria, Scotty, all 3 of these are fucking insane. How crazy is Kenshin? Kenshin can loop her NP by herself decently well, and if you put her in a double Castoria setup, she could just keep going, and she puts out insane damage for a ruler. Yeah, that's it. She's a ruler, so she, you know, she's just gonna step all over people. The low hit on this one is his most magnanimous and glorious Emperor of China, Shi Huangdi, but, I mean, he's still really strong in certain cases, he's just more niche. But yeah, you want these 3 up here if you can hit them, but this is not a bad one to get if you get him. And then this banner, there are no misses. There is not a single miss on this banner. All of these are good servants. Genuinely all of these are good servants. The only one that I would say is, like, not as good is Crane, because Crane is more niche, but Crane is still incredibly strong. The reason why people don't talk about Crane is because Crane is hard to use. But you can use her, and she works really, really good. Has anyone made, like, a proper, like, Crane tutorial video? Like, how to best use Miss Crane? And if not, do I have to be the one who makes that video? If I have to, I will be the one, because she's fun. So Daka Daka is single target MP buff, remove chain gun. Correct. Van Gogh is one of the best servants in the entire game. Her NP is disgusting, and she does 1 billion damage. I mean, I'll be the one to make the Crane tutorial. I don't really do gameplay tutorials, but I mean, yeah, I would do it. She's really fun to use. And then Lady Avalon is just female Merlin. It's just if you're ever in a situation where, like, well, you can only use one Castoria, you bring her and she just does the same thing. It's pretty great. Yeah, good stuff. Next up, AoE arts. Shiki, Da Vinci, Shuten, Kiara, and Hoku. This one is, in terms of power level, I would say not that strong. The big hits here, I would say, are Kiara and Hoku, both of who are really decent arts farmers. Kiara being the better of the two. Shuten's good too. She gets some decent buffs, and then it makes her gameplay more consistent. Da Vinci is alright if you get her. She's not bad. I mean, I use my Da Vinci because I've had her forever. And Shiki is good for challenge quests. But Kiara is definitely the big hit here. And then you have Jarcher, Lily, Murasaki, and Musashi Berserker. Musashi Berserker, has she gotten her buff yet, or is that next year? Does she get her buff next year where she becomes the best lancer in the entire... No, the best archer in the entire game? That's next year? Okay. Yeah, she gets new life breathed into her that makes her insane. Where she just gets a saber damage modifier that makes her blow up sabers. As bad of an idea as it is, Miss Crane is going to be my Grand Caster. That's a fantastic idea. What are you talking about? Do that. She deserves it. She gets her buff when her sun releases. Gotcha. Jarcher, I believe, still is able to farm decently well. I don't have Jarcher, so I can't speak from experience. Lily's okay. She's unfortunately outclassed by Habitrot right now, but isn't bad if you can get her. And Murasaki can loop and do some pretty disgusting damage in the right contexts. You need to use her in a certain context, which I believe is anti-demonic. But if you can do that, the amount of damage that she can put out is disgusting. And she can loop decently well on that as well. And then continuing the trend, we have Bakin, we have Kama, we have Ishtar, and then we have Kiara. Decent damage output from all of these across the board. I mean, the real winner here is Space Ishtar, who's still fucking disgusting. Kama is really good too. She gets insane gains. Kiara is decent. The Moon Cancer typing doesn't help her out as much. And Bakin is, she's okay. Bakin, I think, does a lot. I honestly like using Bakin more as like a pseudo support. It's pretty good. Having this live while at work is therapeutic. Glad I can help. I don't know if... Yeah, I'd say so far of these, this one is the best one. The one with Jarcher and Musashi. Following that up, though, we have the best of the AoE arts ones. If you're rolling AoE arts, you're rolling this one. Because it has Durga, who's really, really, really good. It has Ibuki, who is the best. It has Johanna, who I recreationally use all the time because she's insane. And then it has Melusine Ruler, who is also really, really strong. There's no bad options on this one. The power level in this is fucking insane. I mean, I think that most people know the power level of these three here. Johanna goes kind of under the radar because she's in an off-meta support. I like to use her to buff people who want to do arts crits. So my current pairing that I like to do, which is really funny, is I put her together with Himiko and somebody like Saito Hajime. Because Himiko provides NP damage buffs, and then she provides the crit buffs, and then Himiko also makes more stars. She makes it so that Hajime gets all of the stars, and then Hajime explodes people. It's fucking disgusting. It's amazing. It's just so much fun. It's so much fun to use her. If it wasn't obvious, I really like off supports, and she's one of my favorites. Other characters that she works well with, too, though, are... I mean, she works well with Melusine Ruler. She does a good job with that. If you want to use her with Squirtoria, she does that pretty well as well. Unironically, you can use her with Van Gogh, which is weird. Am I crazy? Are you hearing Balatro music? You need to go to therapy. Can I ask you a question? Do the writers add maybe the service for the Philippines in the future? Can that possibly happen? Yes, it is possible. I don't know if I would hold my breath for it, though. It's always possible they add new servants, but from all over the world. But I don't, I can't say with any certainty. There's a lot of places that do not have servants added, but I will say it is always a possibility. Next up. Yeah, a Nazi Spider Wen. Where is my shape-shifting spider guy? Yeah, single target buster time. Tammy Lancer, Brynhild, Ilya, and Jolter. The big hit on this one is Jolter. The rest of these are just okay. I mean, if you really need a single target caster, then yeah, you can try and roll for Ilya. Bryn's alright. She's better as an off support, and Tamamo is
we don't talk about the Jolter roles.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. These top three are much more niche, and most of the time, if you're rolling on this banner, I assume you're rolling for Jolter, right? And I think Jolter gets a rate up actually later on this year. So if you're more wanting to get her, roll for her when OC2 rolls around, because there's going to be a time that you can do that. Yeah, end of March. Yeah. So if you want Jolter, save your quartz, roll for something else. Second list: Musashi, Himiko, Bunyan, and Abby. The big hits for this one, I would say, is still Musashi, who's still just a really good single-target buster unit. And then Himiko, who is one of my favorite characters in the entire game because of what she lets you do. Abby, I love Abby personally. She has issues, but she's not a bad unit. And Super Bunyan's an alright beat stick if you need one. So this isn't a bad one. I mean, if you want to roll for it, I would say it's definitely like, it's alright. I'm going to take a quick reprieve because I need to get something to drink. My throat's starting to... Ugh. Throat's starting to not feel great, not going to lie to you. Think of hydration. Himiko's very weird stuff to work. Running her with Bima makes him Thanos.
This is my banner need both Himiko and Abby. Musashi is my grand, so Bunyan is the miss, which is not that bad.
No, because yeah, Bunyan is still a good servant. Bunyan gets kind of a bad rap. Just because the event that she was in, people I guess didn't like that much, but you know. But yeah, no, it's a decently strong banner. Then we have Ishtar, Ereshkigal, Nero Summer, Cleopatra,
Goodbye, Annie coming soon. 1 year
Raiko.
of plague.
Honestly, this banner's kind of a miss. The power in this banner, in my opinion, comes from Eresh and Raiko. And even then, it's mostly Eresh. Raiko is still okay. Raiko still puts out some decent damage. It's just very, very limited in what she can do. Ishtar is also not a bad unit, but, you know. Yeah, she does. Ishtar has a buff. Ishtar gets a buff, but I don't think it does enough. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. I just need to know. Let's do her third skill, right? It's delayed. Party's command cards will not appear except for herself for one time, one turn. Yeah, so it's you do this and then you guarantee that you have a brave chain, right? It's okay. It helps her with consistency, but I think that Ishtar's just okay. I guess my issue is that there are better servants out there that do the job that she is currently doing. But, you know, I like Ishtar. Ishtar's alright. I think Eresh is the big hit. Raiko after that, and then Ishtar. Then Nero, and then Cleo. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. Alright, and then we have... Ooh, this is a rough banner. This is one I can't in good conscience recommend that you roll on at all. It's Semiramis, Demon King Nobunaga, Okita Alter, King Protea, and BB Summer. And none of these servants are very good. I think the best servant on this is probably KP. After that, it's BB, and then after that, it's Nobu, and then these two are not on the list. Like, Nobu has her use cases. I've come to, like, really like using Nobu in some contexts. It's just that I feel like Nobu doesn't do enough. Nobu takes too long to get going. I mean, I love her. I used her for farming in the last event, but like, I'm like, if it's a god, Nobu can kill it. But that's the thing, is it has to be a god. It's her niche needs to come up, which I guess is the problem with like all like 4 of these servants here, is that they all work in some contexts, but not enough to make it worth the roll for them. And meanwhile, KP is just a really strong Buster Beatstick. I don't know. I don't recommend this one. Hey, how's it going, Loot? And then we have this banner, which is Ibuki, Roma, Artoria, and Summer Abbey. This is literally heaven or hell, the banner. It's either you get Ibuki, who's a fucking god, Roma, who's a really strong lancer, or the rabbit, who is like or Summer Abbey, who's also kind of I don't know. If you want to run, if you're a true gambler and you want her, you go with this one. Do you recommend playing the VNs of Fate Stay Night and Fate Hollow Ataraxia if I want to get more into Fate in general? Yeah, if you want to get more into Fate in general, then sure. Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to do that order, do Stay Night first and then do Ataraxia. If you want my own personal recommendation, if you want another Tight Moon work that isn't Fate, but is, you know, same author, look up Witch on a Holy Night. I think, if in my opinion, so far, that's the best thing that they've written. Witch on a Holy Night is great. I'd say check that one out. Pretty good. Otherwise, yeah, check out the visual novels. They're pretty. They weren't for me personally, but a lot of people get things out of them. So, yeah, I'd say check them out. You may get more out of it than I did. Don't put another soul on the Red Garden Copium. That's why I said go read Mahoyo. Alright. Moving on. We have the best fucking banner, probably. Oh, never mind. We're gonna get into this.
But who is the witch on the Holy Night?
Laner455, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope that you enjoy your stay. Who is the witch on the Holy Night? Sojiro. This one is still AoE Buster. It's Melusine, Koyan of Light, Morgan, and Koyan of Dark. You do not lose on this banner. The loss on this banner is Koyan Dark. Koyan Dark is objectively the weakest servant on this banner, and Koyan Dark is fucking great. She's amazing. She's amazing if you use her as intended. This is not a call out to any one content creator in particular who wants to force her to be used in a way that she's not intended to be used. Not saying names, but you know. I respect the dedication. Silly Fast, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope that you enjoy your stay. How do you use Koyan Dark animal trait?
Whoever the fuck it is, they are grounded. Speaking on the servant who they had a beef with.
Right. What was it? What was that? My brain. How do you use Koyan Dark? Koyan Dark is primarily used as a support character.
Goatman?
She's used as a support. Cause look, okay, let's take a brief look at the Koyan Dark kit. Because she's more than just animal characteristic support. 3-turn buster up for 30%, NP charge for the entire party by 30%, and then reduce critical star absorption. That's just a good skill. Second skill.
The T1 saying support XD.
Even without these last two things here, overcharge one ally's MP by 2 stages for 1 time for 3 turns, and then grants them a buff on attack. Anytime they use the Buster card, they make stars. But if they are an animal characteristic servant, they get a bunch of fucking buffs as well on top of that. And here's who those people are, by the way. That's a lot. You know can you guess who I like to use her with? Barg. Amazing Bargus support. Like, actually insane Bargus support.
Koyan Dark is the only servant whose MP lets you hear the screams of the damned.
And then their third skill is she has Ignore Invincible, crit damage up by 50%, grants self debuff on attack buff for 3 turns, which poisons, curses, and burns anything that she hits, and then does that as well. So dots, she gives a fuck ton of dots.
Is Huyanzhou on that list?
Is Huyanzhou on that list? Yes, she is. So she works best as like a buster support that can be used in other contexts as well. But she also can put out a decent amount of damage. Like, you can just use her, like, you can use a Koyan Dark to support a Koyan Dark. She's good. And, I mean, the unnamed person who I was referring to wants to use her as the main DPS, which is not how she is necessarily designed to be played, but he makes it work, and I gotta say, I respect that. So, this is a god banner. All of these are good choices.
You can use a Koyan Dark to sport a Koyan Light proper DPS.
And then following that up, we have another god banner, which is Ash the Savior, Tiamat, Ark, and Cuckoo.
Asuk.
The low ball servant on this one, I would argue, is probably actually Tiamat. I find that there are more and more cases in which Arc is used than Tiamat is. At least in terms of farming, just because of like the 100% charge being so good. But I mean, even then, both like if Arc is your worst character, then you know.
Talking about Cuckoo. Thanks, College. Got her instant tickets just now.
Hey, you're welcome. I expect the check
ASUS.
in the mail. Make sure you spell my name correctly. Ash is a fucking insane unit. She takes a little bit to go online, but like once she goes, her damage is crazy, and then Cuckoo is disgusting. Tell how much you didn't want to say how useful Arcwood actually is. Arc is good. Arc is a good unit.
30 cents check for College. I love Evil Women Radio. Got it.
Thank you. The Arc is the secret FGO autoplay mode. No, that's
Cuckoo makes
summary
me miss
Buki.
Onan who gets the battery.
Look, Cuckoo is still the best on this banner. And so if you need an AoE buster unit, this is a pretty solid coin flip. I think Melusine is still probably one of the best DPS in the entire game. She's incredibly flexible in how she can be used. But yeah, if you just like either of these, whichever one you think has the hotter unit, roll for that one. The answer to that... Who is the hottest unit on this banner? It's not Melusine. For me, it's not Morgan. I find Koyen to be amazingly attractive. God, but it might be Tiamat. It might be Ascension 3 Tiamat. Like, dude. Like, come on now.
I like other Morgan.
Like... This, I think that might be the most attractive one for me. Koyan is also really hot, though. I think I lean more Tiamat, but Koyan's also. Well, this is irrelevant. This is all. This is diverging from the purpose of this list. Next up. And yes, this is on NA, by the way. I did see that. I didn't ignore you, I promise. We have single target quick men, except none of these are men. These are all gender unknown servants. Every single one of these is gender unknown servants. And it's Astolfo, Tyra, and Wangina. Tyra is incredible. Literal immortal servant, does not die, does a billion damage, refunds her NP, super easy. Wangina, very strong unit, blows people up. I've demonstrated on this channel time and time again that she does disgusting amounts of damage when built correctly. Is really, really fun. Great unit. And Astolfo is kind of buns.
Wangina.
Astolfo's kind of buns. His kit is bad and confused. God, maybe when FGO 2 comes out, we'll get like a proper Astolfo unit. Nuclear baby, my beloved. You turned me into a Wangina truther. Good.
Always paired with evil people.
Yeah, funny story about that. Was it this banner? Was it this banner or another banner?
Don't make Wangina really angry.
I think this was a different banner where the rate up, it was Dante's, it was Doman, and it was Dante's, Doman, Voyager, and somebody else. It was a different GSSR, and I pulled like the one person who was good, and it left Voyager with the two evil people. But yeah, it's Charlie. I think it might have been Rasputin. I don't remember. It was Amakusa. Yes, it was Amakusa. I'm pretty sure. Because it was Dante's, Voyager, Doman, and Amakusa, and I pulled Dante's. So that meant that Voyager was left alone with Doman and Amakusa, which is such a powerful duo of people that are just like, oh god. Is Dante's evil? No. I pulled the Dante's. Anyway, Charlie, Takasugi, Dante's, Doman, and Voyager. The best of this bunch is Doman. Doman is fucking cracked. Fantastic unit all around.
If Dante's is the most responsible of that set, then it's problematic.
Dante's is very responsible. He's just a little bit not right in the head. Charlie post buff. Charlie post buff, I think, is the second strongest, but Doman is... Oof, Doman's great. Doman's amazing. Double Doman Van Gogh, or even better, Doman and double Van Gogh is a disgusting combo. I like him a lot. Good unit. Charlie after that's pretty good. Takasugi is Dante's is good, kind of, if you need an AoE quick looper he can work. He's kind of outdated at this point, but he does a lot of damage. And then Voyager gets a buff didn't Voyager get a buff that makes him, like, way better? Not way better, but, like, better. Was it this one? No, I think it was his NP. Yeah, bonus damage to God. Yeah, he's anti-God, and he charges living human gauge, which it gives him a nice little niche that he can now do. Voyager is the best concept for a servant in the entire franchise. I'm with you. Maybe not best, but I definitely really like what they did with them. Voyager is cool and epic. I've said this once, and I'll say this again, and I'll say it forever. I do not believe a single person who is an actual Fate fan can hate Voyager. Some people can be indifferent towards him. That's fine. If you hate Voyager, if this is the character in the game that you hate, I think you're just a bad person. He's just so, like, how can you dislike the baby? Like, how do you not like this? Look at him. He's just baby.
If you hate Voyager, it's on site.
It is completely on site. Anyway, moving on. Oh, this is a fucking disgustingly cracked banner. Holy shit. Super Orion, Merlin, Qin Shi Huang, and Sherlock. This is like the B team banner. Positive. Super Orion is definitely... No, Merlin is probably the best pull here, because Merlin is all around just an insane unit. After that, I would say it's Super Orion, who can put out millions in damage, like, of his own accord, and if you build him in certain ways, can just fucking explode things. I'd say that these two are kind of on the same tier. You're going to get more usage probably out of Sherlock, just because the need to make sure that you can hit a motherfucker comes up pretty often, and Sherlock's really good at that. Yeah, I don't have to roll the Merlin banner this year. I can roll whatever I want. And I think I know what I'm going to roll this year, too. I'm looking at it. And then Qin Shi Huang we talked about is just amazing solo unit. Good banner. This is a really strong banner if you need any supporty NP people. Next banner we have Muramasa, Ryoma, and then Moriarty. This is just an okay banner. I'd say of the strongest of these is probably Moriarty post buff. Then I would say it's Muramasa and then Ryoma. Post-buff Moriarty is more consistent with the farming, which is pretty good. Muramasa suffers from being a one pump chump. Once he does his NP, he's kind of just done. That's all he does. His face card damage is okay. And then Ryoma just doesn't live up to the damage that he needs to do, unfortunately. Next up is Ptolemaeus, Tez, and Rasputin. This is a phenomenal banner. Holy shit. Worst case scenario, you get Ptolemaeus, who is a amazing fucking archer, followed
Evil
by
Men and Ptolemy.
Yeah, evil men, and then this guy. This is an interesting tea party. Second up would be Rasputin, who is lives forever, does a fuck ton of damage. Like, you know, just really strong unit all around, really consistent too. And then Tez is an amazing, like, kind of support, kind of DPS unit. A lot of comps call for you to, like, want Tez to be at the maximum that you can do. Yeah, Muramasa has issues. A lot of people really like Muramasa. I personally do not see it. I mean, it's, you know, it's a Shiro face. That's why people really like him, but, you know. But yeah, Tez is probably the best pull on this banner. And this will probably be my own personal GSSR, because I do not have Tez, and I don't have Ptolemaeus. I don't think I managed to pull Ptolemaeus. And I want either of those two, but an additional copy of Rasputin does not hurt.
Yamersa if Tekaru is right there, and he is a saber face Su.
Moving on. We have Moriarty, Gramps, Kintoki, and Hichikanta. This is also a really good banner. The dud here is Moriarty, unfortunately. Moriarty's damage output just isn't... And it's not even his damage output, it's his gains. His gains are kind of not great. His deck is kind of weird too. Isn't he a 3 arts card deck? If I'm remembering right. He's just too strange to use effectively. Yeah, 3 arts card, Buster NP. If he had an arts NP, it would work so well. Yeah, his whole name is Ptolemaeus, but people just call him Ptolemy. Gramps, one of the best assassins in the game. Hands down, insane unit. Kintoki, still one of the best.
What is Gramps actually? An avatar of death or something like that?
In terms of lore, Gramps is somebody who is merged, kind of, with the concept of death. He's more like a ghost. I'd say he's more akin to a ghost. He's just kind of like around. Kintoki is a servant that I don't believe has ever gotten a buff, because they know if they did...
Gramps is Gramps, that's all you need to know, or else.
The one buff that they ever gave him was to his NP, because they know if they changed anything else, he'd be too broken. He's still just one of the best, like, I need to blow a guy up, Kintoki, do it. Characters in the entire game. Great unit. And then Hijikata, the amount of things I've seen people do with a level 3 Hijikata is insane. I've seen people use a level 3 Hijikata to, like, defeat, like, end game bosses. Dude's crazy. Dude's insane. And then this one is Sigurd, Ptolemaeus, and Constantine. I think of these, Ptolemaeus is still the best, then followed by Constantine, who gets a buff this year, I'm pretty sure, that makes him way better. And then Sigurd is just okay.
So if I got Hijikata, I don't need to level him.
Carrick 282? 262? Thank you for the $10 donation to the Fox Fund. Incredibly kind of you. helping to get those foxes a new barn. I think that's actually what they're funding right now for that fox fund is funds to build a new barn to keep the foxes nice and home. So if you want them to be nice and home for the winter,
also Gramps
much
is
appreciated.
still the
Incredibly kind
only
of you.
servant that let enemies vanish when they get killed by his auntie.
Yep. What's this about not leveling Hijikata? There's a strat with Hijikata to just not level him because the way how his skill works. Character
Isn't
262, much appreciated.
good now this year?
Yeah. He gets a buff that makes him better.
262, thank you for the money.
The way how his scaling works is that the lower his HP is, the more damage he does. And so if you just have him at a lower HP by default, he gets the 1 HP easier, and then he just blows people up. You should look up those videos. They're fucking insane to see. Yeah, this banner is okay. Then this banner is... Oof. Oof. You have Arthur. You have Gilgamesh.
So we should not give him HP fu.
No, don't do that. Give him attack foes. Ivan, Iskander, and Shiro. Now, fund progress is we're at $830, which means we're 170 away from the goal. Arthur is okay. He's a 5-star. He'll do 5-star damage. Gilgamesh is alright. Gilgamesh kind of lives or dies by his NP. No, the boy, thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Hope that you enjoy your stay. Incredibly kind of you for 2 months. He does get a buff later, but he still lacks an NP buff. His damage is just not that much. Kristen Braden, thank 7330. Thank you for the super chat. Every time I heard Mash's name, I think of the TV show. That's so real. Just think of that theme song and get flashbacks and start crying. And now I think of Mash from Fate Grand Order and I start crying. Crazy how that works. Yeah. Arthur works if he's against giants. But otherwise it's like not worth bringing. Gilgamesh lives by his NP because that's where like all of his damage comes from.
Hawkeye servant when?
Never.
Wait, that means I get my own stream. Muahaha, you fools don't know what you have unleashed.
That's true. Ivan is okay. Ivan does some pretty bonkers damage. Iskander gets a buff, but I don't think it's enough to make him worth rolling for. And Amakusa is not good. The best thing about Amakusa is his NP, and that's it. Yeah, this is not a great banner, I would say. And then the last banner is a fucking crazy banner. Holy shit. It's Romulus Kiernis.
Last time the doctor was on re-attack, he came with gun in hand.
It's Takeda Shingen, it's Arjuna Alter, and it's Oberon. The dud here is Takeda, but even then, Takeda's a decent unit. Everyone else here, well, these two are god tier. Romulus is like a step below them, but everyone else is fucking amazing. So if you want to know who I think that you should roll for, first of all, is there a Destiny Order gacha? We don't know. There might be, but they would have to, they would announce that separate. Like, they've been doing Destiny Order stuff, well, we would have to see. We'd have to see. Yeah. So if you want to know who I think is the best banners to roll for, strictly in terms of gameplay, it's, let me see. This one here, with Melusine Trunk Sisters in them, has some incredible firepower. This one here that has all the supports in Mothman is really good. This whole row, actually, this arts row right here, these are all really good. There's a couple of misses in these. By that, I mean Trunks Sisters and technically Mothman. But, I mean, like, genuinely, the payoff is way higher. All of these are worth rolling for here. If you want a more consistent, you're guaranteed something good, this banner, right here. Durga, Ibuki.
If you seek as Daria, it's not a bad choice.
Right. Durga, Ibuki, Johanna, Melusine, all of these are insane units. Like literally all of them. You're not gonna be lacking if you go on this one. All very strong. And then these two here. These the AoE Buster banners for the women.
Yay!
Are crazy. Kahlua Gremory, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. If you need Koyan of Dark, roll this banner. If you don't need Koyan of Dark, roll this banner. I think that having the possibility of getting her is enough to be like, yeah, go here. Even Johanna's amazing. Nobody uses Johanna because she's not a farming support. She's a fight support. Thought she was subpar? You have to use her. You trust me. She's just people don't use Johanna for the same reason why people do not use Himiko, for the same reason that people do not use Miss Crane. And the reason for that is that because they don't 3-turn farm. They're used in other contexts. And so people will say that they're subpar. But there are absolutely contexts where I've been like, I would much rather be using Johanna here.
How much are we getting this news? Yes?
I don't know. I would much rather be using Johanna than, like, even a Castoria. The Scotty Ruler one is pretty bad. It's not bad, it's just... If you want Scotty Ruler, this is not what you want to be rolling for. Because if you're aiming for her, these three are not bad units on their own. Yeah. Johanna has the farmer's bias. That's a good way to put it.
So is Gramps still good? I am conflicted between him or Scotty Summer.
Gramps is still very good. I think the argument right now on JP is... Gramps, and I guess Gensai is now like the new one that people are talking about. Between those two, or those three, on like who's like the best one. Thoughts on Gramps versus Gensai? I don't know enough about. I haven't used Gensai enough to have to have any saying in that argument. After I use her more, maybe I'll come back and have more feelings on it. But as of right now, I can't in good conscience lead you one way or the other. And then on the male side of things, yeah, okay, maybe this is a good way to put it, because I saw somebody mention that. If you are a brand new player, the single best one that you can roll on is this one right here. With Melusine, Koyan Light, Koyan Dark, Morgan. This is the singular best banner that you can roll on if you're a brand new player. Because you're guaranteed to get somebody with despicably powerful scaling. Second on that, if you're a brand new player, is to roll on this banner. Because you're guaranteed to get another character who's fucking disgustingly good. Like, even Mothman, if you're a new player and you get Mothman, you would be happy because Mothman can probably decimate the entirety of the first part of the game. It's just that the other three here that are here are just, like, they're support, so they're better. As for me, who I'm going to roll for, I'm going to test my luck for Tez. I have the sneaking suspicion that I'm going to end up with another copy of Rasputin. But we're aiming for Tez. Or Ptolemaeus, but I want Tez. A 120 support Eric can can decimate part 1. I mean, yeah. One day decimate will
Why
be used
not
correctly.
get both tests and Rasputin?
Why not? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna roll and we're gonna get all 3. But you know what? Let me know when this gets posted on YouTube. Let me know who you're gonna roll for in the GSSR. I want to know. I'm gonna try and get this up tonight. So
Rasputin.
we're gonna have to wrap this up here
Test
pretty
took all
soon.
of my money.
Yeah. Go buy a sugar skull or for a catalyst. Hard to find in Japan, but I'll see what I can find.
Tried getting NPR tests. Last 120颗
Does this
quartz and
actually
10
tell me
tickets.
how much quartz we're getting? That would be kind of nice to know. Login. Okay, we get
How
30
about
quartz for free.
Brutal Mart? How good is she?
Britomart? Britomart's good. She's just kind of an AoE. She's an AoE quick lancer who has a decent. She has a decent kit. She isn't like game-breakingly amazing, but she's good. If you get her, you wouldn't be sad. Could you drop the charity link in the chat really quick? I can't see it on mobile. Yes, I can. Probably. But here, let me wrap this up really quick, and then we'll do that, fellas. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey YouTube, run up the charity. If you're watching on YouTube, why not shoot a couple of bucks towards the Arctic Fox Stanley Wildlife Fund charity that we're running right now. If we can hit $1,000, I will do a live stream with a webcam, no face, but you will get to see everything else, not my feed, if you're into that. But yeah, go help support the local Tamamo in your area with that. For now, though, if you're on YouTube, I will catch you all later. Thanks for hanging out. Peace out. Big love. Let me know who you're going to roll in the GSSR. Best of luck.